I just wanna let you in.
Hello ladies and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome. Hello, my name is Samantha and it is great to have you. I used to say I upload videos every Sunday, but time no longer exists, so I upload videos when I feel like it. Today, Haley, my very best friend, is here to join us for a fun video. I sense her apprehension. I have asked you ladies to send in some assumptions about me. I have some anonymous assumptions, some non-anonymous assumptions, and we are going to go through them all. I'm going to give my opinion, my reaction, and I'm sure Haley will have some thoughts on those assumptions as well. So to see what kind of scandalous assumptions I have been sent, keep on watching. I'm drinking lime
Prosecco.
Lime kombucha, and it's amazing. So I guess we're gonna start with the assumptions on Tumblr first, because those are frankly the sauciest. I got a lot of questions that border on what would be considered shade, but I'm gonna go into this completely honest, and it's probably not going to look good for me, but we're gonna do it nonetheless.
Assumption, you're in a lot of debt.
Yes, I am. I mean, to be fair, a lot is very relative. I am in more debt than I would like to be in, but I'm not in like a crippling amount of debt. But I do make thorough use of my credit card.
I'm just thinking like resale value of all the shit you have.
As she looks towards my card.
Yeah. Well, no, it's, you know, what is your overall net worth? So I think
I don't know. We should calculate that.
Yeah, I think you come out on the positive. I don't know what it is all, but I would imagine you'd be in.
I would like to assume so as well. But yes, 100%. I do have debt. I have no problem admitting that. I don't think that's a shameful thing. But like, also, I just like having nice things. Thank you for worrying about my bank account.
You keep some bags, boxes of your luxury items to use as decor.
Literally, yes.
100%, why wouldn't
The
you?
camera is perched on top of a Giuseppe Zanotti box and a Saint Laurent box. This is more convenience than decor. But 100%, like, I keep my belongings in their boxes. So like, of course I have the boxes, and sometimes they double as decor. I love it. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and repurpose.
Reduce the consumer waste. Okay. Ooh, I like this
flossy?
one.
Oh no.
No, I did like it because
Okay.
it's like, oh, it's our childhood. Assumption, you grew up poor.
Yeah, hell yeah. So we both grew up
Grew up in the hood.
in
No kidding.
in what could be described as the hood, 100%. And it wasn't until like 7 years ago when I met my partner that I had like a semblance of financial freedom and footing. So that's definitely a plus. But I grew up poor. I have not always surrounded myself in gold and silk, but now I can.
Assumption, you intimidate people and have few friends because of it,
Oh.
but you're okay with it because you're highly self-sufficient when it comes to your emotional wellness and entertaining yourself. Oh, you're very
So,
self-sufficient here.
yeah.
You're okay with yourself, as everyone should be.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree entirely. My circle is very small, but I keep it that way on purpose because my tolerance for bullshit is very low, and I also hold the people in my life to very high standards. So that's why this one has been here for like 2 decades, because she's a human angel. I don't know if I intimidate people. I've had people on Anonymous say I intimidate them, but I'm like, I don't know why. I feel like I'm a very nice person. So,
Pretty people are intimidating.
oh. Isn't she the sweetest?
Anyway, next question, which is totally irrelevant.
Okay.
You need attention from people online to feel validated in real life.
No.
That's a deep one. That's
That is a deep one. I think that seeking validation is totally valid for human beings. Like, that's just something that we inadvertently do. Now, am I straight up like fiending for online attention? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Does it feel nice when somebody acknowledges something I put out into the world online? Sure, but I can validate myself.
So the assumption here is statement, or sorry, a paragraph. That you don't let your STI stop you from exploring your sexuality, the way you move through life, and even feeling deserving of dating, sex, etc. It was hard, but you're stronger, and you don't let that stop you because it shouldn't. And then in parentheses, I'm going through the same thing and I look up to you. Side note, thank you for all that you do.
Oh, yeah, sweet. I remember that message. It was really sweet. So I do agree in the fact that I'm not going to let it totally define me as a human being. But considering I've been with the same person for 7 years, I don't say it necessarily affects my sexuality at this moment in time. Ever since I put out that video on my ex, which if you have not seen it will be linked either here or here. I don't know which side the card will be on. I know the lighting is very hit or miss here. But ever since I did that video, I did feel like I reclaimed my power and I kind of destigmatized it in my own mind and in my own reality. So I do think that just like owning it is really the best thing that I can do, and the best thing you can do if you are in the same position. Like, you don't need to accept the stigma. It's really no big deal. Just be responsible when you're having sex. That's it. That's all you can do. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just the stigma that weighs everybody down, I think. Okay, so the messages that are still in my inbox in Tumblr are pretty spicy, pretty saucy. The very first assumption is you got a sponsor because you didn't want a 9-to-5 job. And like Haley said on the first take of this, who wants a 9-to-5 job? Honestly, I feel like there's more important things to life than like working. So
just more flexibility.
So like, I'm not mad that that has happened, but that was not my sole intention going into my relationship. It just played out that way. The next assumption is it's hard for you to let go of my flower tats, even though I do want to get rid of them. Not at all. I will be happy to see them go. I want all of my tattoos gone. It's just that I'm doing them in sections, and right now I'm focusing on my leg tattoo, which is a very upsetting cat. It's a lucky cat. It's cute in theory, but it was executed poorly. I had a cover up done on my flower tattoos. That's why they're the last to go. Not because I'm emotionally attached to them, but just because they're the ones that don't look the worst, I guess. The next assumption, and credit to this person, Sunny Cancer Moon, because they are like one of the only people who did not send an assumption on Anonymous on Tumblr. So Sunny Cancer Moon says, you are actually extremely critical and insecure about your looks. That is a weighted assumption to make off of Anon. So again, props to you. And I would say to a degree it is true, because I feel like women as a whole are told to kind of like shape themselves and mold themselves for the majority of their lives. So they're kind of stuck with this deep-seated insecurity, even if it's not overt. Like, I love myself to death, but I don't always love myself. And I think that that's okay. Like, we can have days where we're like, I'm feeling insecure, I'm feeling bloated, or I'm feeling like my skin's breaking out or whatever. Like, you don't always need to be like, I am the epitome of beauty, because there are so many more important things to life than being the epitome of beauty. An assumption was you're happy where you are.
That's a good one. Good on you.
Haley, am I happy where I am? She feels so passionately. I just think
it's a good discussion question. I want to hear your answer, but it's a good discussion question.
I am happy where I am. I'm happy to have had every experience I've had in my life, good or bad. Now, do I want better for myself? Do I want to be even happier in the future? Abso-fucking-lutely. I feel like there's always like another level of happiness you can strive for. And of course, just like everybody, like, you can't be happy with every single aspect in your life. So there are some things you love and other things you don't love. So as a whole, I would say yes, I am happy where I am, but I am always moving closer to the top. We are moving on to Instagram now. I'm not gonna bother going over the names of everybody just because I did get a lot of assumptions, but I did wanna say thank you to everybody who responded. And if by chance you are not following me on Instagram, it is in the corner. Again, here or here, I don't know. Check it out. I am very committed to my aesthetic. I will say that. So, okay, the very first assumption is my personality type is ENTJ. I have no idea, and I should know. Do you know what yours is?
Not off the top of my head.
I have no idea. I will let you know in the comments what I am, because I literally could not tell you.
Lengthy. Are we ready for the next one?
Yes.
Oh yeah. You have a well laid out closet. That's like goals.
Oh, that's very nice. Goals. Thank you. I do.
She's got like 4.
I have 2, not 4. That's dramatic.
That whole room.
That's not my closet. This is the closet. Yeah, I have like, I have a walk-in closet that is over there that Haley was staring at so nicely earlier. And then I have a bedroom, which is where we are right this second.
Yep.
And I use it as my closet. So I have 2 closets, and I would say that they are nicely laid out when they're not an absolute disaster. I like to change my outfits a lot, so it frequently looks like a tornado has passed through my belongings. But they are very nicely assembled as a whole. Like, get into it.
I'm gonna give you the next 2
Okay.
because I feel like
Together?
Yeah, together, because I
Okay.
feel like they're gonna be good
Oh,
off of
Lord.
each other. So the first one here is you're a kind person. Heart, very sweet. That wasn't a heart, but you get it. And then the next one says you have an inner witchy side to you.
Oh my god, yes,
See?
both of those 100%. I think you can be both. I think you need to
That's
be
why
both.
I wanted to give you both.
Yeah.
Explain. How could you be kind but witchy?
I don't
I
think
guess
witchy
you
is a
can.
negative thing though.
No, I don't
That's
think it is.
assuming
That's-
that witches are negative, and they're not.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think if anything, witches are probably like more connected to the earth and more loving. I would say I am both kind and witchy, and they exist together within the same vessel
I would agree with that.
that has very expensive taste.
No one said you had to be like a regular witch with like black clothes. You're like,
I mean, I am
fucking
wearing
Dior
black.
witch.
Oh, I'm a Dior witch.
I don't-
I have no idea what that means, but I love the way it sounds.
When you have a precise 5 or 10-year plans and are very organized.
No.
God, no.
Incorrect.
We didn't even have a plan for today.
That's not true. We had a plan. It just does not exist within
You
the
got
confines of time.
a 15 and a 20-year plan. 'cause
No.
everything
Oh
takes
God,
that
no. She thinks she's a jokester. No. Oh God, no. I don't plan much. I plan my day when I wake up, and that is the plan.
Again, more of a statement, but less of an assumption. You're
Okay.
the classiest woman I have ever met.
Oh my God.
I'm not even lying. That's what it says.
That's very sweet. I consider classy to be an immense compliment, so thank you very much.
Okay.
But definitely a statement, not an assumption.
I like that. So next one.
Okay.
You went to university for 1 or 2 years.
No, ma'am. No. I'm flattered that you think I would be interested in that, but no. I have never had any desire to pursue post-secondary education.
I could see you doing fashion school.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to it. It's just something that I've never really been seriously committed to as a concept. So the next assumption is I'm empathetic and will probably pay for a girlfriend date if she's going through a tough situation.
Oh my Lord, yeah. Yeah.
You
She
heard
got
it from
the-
the girlfriend. I would say both of
Phenomenal.
those things. Oh, thank you. I would say both of those things are true. The next assumption is just hot, boss, perfection, accountable, reliable, listener, take no shitter. That's quite a list, and I'm very flattered. I think that those are all amazing things, and I would hope that I can encompass them. I also like this one. The assumption is, ain't no man in the world that could tell me something. To be fair, there have been plenty of men who have told me something, and I've allowed it. I've tolerated some shit in the past, but thankfully, we are unlearning that, and we are embracing the take no shit part of that sentence. So the next assumption, which is more of a statement, is you don't deserve the nasty treatment you commonly receive, and you're too cute for any man. I agree, I am certainly too cute for any man.
What about the hate?
But about the hate, no, see, the thing is, like, I'm all for, like, constructive feedback, and, like, if I actually make a mistake, misspeak, overstep, I would love to be told that. If people are messaging me to, like, dump their negative emotions on me, like, that's very obvious, and do I deserve that? No. But, like, a lot of people just, like, use that as a way to make themselves feel better. So, like, I guess I'm happy I can temporarily distract people from their terrible lives. Like, if you need to send me a message and say that you hope I die, like, maybe go to therapy.
Anyways.
I'm stronger.
You're stronger than that. Like,
I'm too strong to die?
in regards to the messages themselves, like, people send you hate and it's just, I can't see you getting affected by it.
Yeah, I do my best to, like, understand, like, when something's about me and when something's just, like, a projection or not about me. It's a very important distinction to make, especially if you have some sort of following online, because a lot of people do project and a lot of people do just, like, spew hate because they feel the need to, not because it's necessary or warranted. Next assumption is I am able to absorb and observe a lot. I would say yes to a certain degree, but I also am very easy to overwhelm. So both with, like, observations and, like, information, like, I feel like I'm a very small sponge. Like, I'll soak up a lot and I'm just like, okay.
Too much, man.
Yeah. Let me lay on the beach for 6 weeks and I'll get back to you.
And she literally means the beach. She'll just
Yeah.
take that information. Bye.
Yeah.
Fuck off to Bermuda for a week.
The next assumption is that I don't give myself enough credit where credit is due, and I'm hard on myself. Do you have any thoughts on that? I'm just curious. No pressure.
You know how I feel about you. I tell you all the time you're the best, but I don't think it gets through to you. So,
I think that's different. That
you can't ask me that.
She's
She's
like,
now
you're
I'll
the
tell you
best.
that you don't think as highly enough about yourself because I think the flipping world of you, and I don't think that's
Oh.
that's not gonna
my heart is
help
melting.
you.
My
opinion means shit, is
I
what I'm
can't
telling
help
ya.
you. I think the world of you, but I cannot help you.
Can't help you. Figure this one out, man.
I honestly don't think I'm hard on myself. I don't. Like, granted, if I say I'm going to do something and I fail to deliver on what I've said I'm going to do, then I'm hard on myself. I don't think I'm unnecessarily critical or hard on myself, and I am a very proud person. Like, I'm a Leo stellium. I will say this every video if I have to. Leos pride themselves on pride. So I have no problem giving myself a pat on the back, and I think that's okay. That was all of the assumptions. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.